Alright, what up YouTube? It's the Nice and here back with another video. And this video is gonna be about living as a dead man. Now this is metaphorically speaking. This is a video I had on this list I just want to talk about. And just living as a dead man, metaphorically, just meaning like living in a way where I think you have no dignity, no respect. You have no courage, no will to live. You're very much like a weak-willed individual. You let everybody walk around on you. You don't have any backbone in a way. In my life, in my short life, like I said, I'm glad I picked up on it now. But a lot of my life, I let a lot of people walk all over me. I thought that being very like harmless and just weak was something very like that's like something to be commended in a way, not like and not commended, but like that's a good thing that you a weak individual, that you can't stand up for yourself, and you let people walk all over you, and you just don't know what boundaries are. I didn't think that directly or like spread it out and like really explain through. I didn't think that was a virtue. I just thought like the idea of just always being agreeable to people and just trying to work with people was I thought it was such a good thing, and in many ways it is. But it's only good until it starts to mess with you internally, and mess with your own personal boundaries and your own personal set of values, principles, and morals that you can't let people just play around with. For the longest time, just growing up, the way I was raised, I wasn't raised with set principles and boundaries and morals, and so a lot of my life has been very rocky, I should say. It's been very just unstable, and how I ended up personally I was very much like a step stool for everybody else. I had low self-esteem. I always thought lower than everybody. I thought I was below everybody else, inferiority wise. I thought this way until midway through high school, all the way through middle school. Like I said, and it was just because of, like I said, my own mental prison I put myself in terms of just how I thought about myself, right? And I believe that a lot of people do that to themselves, but of course, with other, what's the word I'm looking for? There's other reasons why people would turn out the way will turn out to be dead men, like in a metaphorical sense. Like, could just be abuse from, they significant other, or even just their parents, or just somebody around them just talking down on them, so people would think they lower and lesser than people. And of course, societal standards of what people or young men should be like. Let's say, for example, like anger and things like that. I wasn't an angry individual, but when people would say I was mad, I would get me mad. I would get heated. And now, I'm coming back to a stage where I'm starting to re-identify with my anger, just in my emotions, period. So I'm able to pay attention. I'm able to notice when I get angry, or when I get furious, or when I get, irritated or sad or whatever. Like I'm genuinely like able to now understand my emotions in the sense where I don't let them control my life, but I understand them and what their purposes are and what it's signifying to me. Like, your emotions color the reality. So whatever you feeling, it's caused by something, and you need to understand that something that's causing that. So, your emotions don't, go off on the leash, But for the most part, I was always very much so stepped on in a way, metaphorically speaking, also just, in peer situations all my life, really. But I had to, in my high school year and just in my recent years, now I'm getting an understanding on why it was and how I'm trying to improve from that. And like I said, and with me understanding that, I've been living with more courage and more of a backbone and more ferocity, and just being more conversational with people, because I think that it's such thing as healthy conversation that's needed for people, period, to just, coexist respectfully. And for me to, have some self-respect and self-love for myself, that I don't allow just negativity to come around and just disturb me and what I got going on, and just my peace, period. I think a lot of people, even myself when I was younger, it was like, a lot of it was, we only really dealt with that type of stuff because we were such in our heads and had to deal with just people pleasing and wanting to make sure that everything was, okay for other people. So in many ways, like I said, I had no problem with just being a step stool with somebody else. And like I said, was okay with being disrespected, or let's say for example I was bullied, I was okay with somebody bullying me because I thought less of myself. And so we both, in terms of let's say a law, like how people say, or no, agreements, a book called Four Agreements, how basically agreements are just literally like it's agreements for everything. Like if everybody look at a mirror and say, oh yeah, that's red, and everybody's agreed that it's red, then we all gonna agree that it's red, and we might start calling it red. So let's say I was using a bully example, that let's say if I'm getting bullied and I don't believe, let's say I believe I should be getting bullied, I'm gonna allow the bully to bully me. So it caused more suffering for me, and it caused, like I said, it leads to me feeling more and more uh worthless and just lesser than, because like I said, I allow myself to get bullied, and it causes like a form of self-hatred upon like it caused a form of self-hatred upon myself when I was allowing it. So, but now, like I said, I'm growing past that. I'm understanding like, oh, I can't allow myself to be like, I'm understanding that in this world it's like you either stepping on people, or you're getting stepped on. It's like I said, it's survival of the fittest, and you got to find a way to really make it. You gotta find a way to make it ahead. Like you really have to find a way. You got to try your hardest, and like I said, it's gonna be hard, but you got to keep moving forward in order to do your best and really get ahead in life. And of course, like I said, it's not for the weak. I think I'm finally getting that through my head as well, because when I was younger, I was always trying to do less. I was always trying to stay in my comfort zone, and staying in your comfort zone is, like I said, you're bound to fail staying inside your comfort zone, because it's always gonna be somebody that's not gonna stay in their comfort zone, and they're gonna grow exponentially and take you out metaphorically. So yeah, develop courage, take chances, have some self-respect about yourself, have some self-love about yourself. And like I said, don't ever let nobody disrespect you in a way. Like I said, I did, even when they say, like, when I be seeing people in prison, they be like, oh yeah, everybody say it don't matter if you lose, you still fight back, and let somebody know. Like I said, it's not, you can't play with them, like you can't disrespect them and get away with it, right? So you should always fight back and never give up. So yeah, that's what I seem to pick up from just my only, of course, I'm only 20, pushing 21. So I mean, I only got so much life experience, but I'm just the type of person that I analyze a lot of things like went on in my life, and I like to move forward. I don't like to keep rewinding and doing the same thing over and over again until I get the lesson. Like I said, I've seen the lesson. I'm reading about the lessons. I see the lessons in my past years, in my younger years. Now I'm about to apply the lesson and moving forward. So, of course, I can improve and just take leaps and bounds with my own life. So, yeah, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.